Matthew has high-functioning autism. A police officer approaches him and asks him questions about a nearby burglary. Matthew's brain and body go into stress overload. He doesn't make eye contact and has difficulty answering the officer's questions. Quickly, the situation escalates as the officer misreads Matthew's inappropriate social cues. He gets frustrated with Matthew's difficulty to answer his questions, maybe assumes defiance or substance abuse or avoidance as guilt. The officer decides he must use force, which results in Matthew's impulsive panic response of a physical confrontation. Matthew is handcuffed and arrested for assaulting an officer. All Matthew wants is for the officer to go away. He quickly admits to the crime to try to end the situation and get home, even though he knew nothing about it. He just wants the officer to stop yelling at him. This is a typical vulnerability for those with autistic spectrum disorder, also known as ASD. Most law enforcement and those in the legal community are not aware of the unique needs of those with ASD. Autistic spectrum disorder now affects 1 in 68 children and 1 in 42 boys. ASD is one of the fastest growing developmental disorders in the United States, having risen by 500% since the 1990s. Among adults, no statistics are kept. The needs of adults with ASD are not being discovered nor met. Law enforcement, defense attorneys, and the legal community are not trained to recognize those with ASD. Approximately 70% of those on the autistic spectrum also have a co-occurring diagnosis of mental illness. Did you know approximately 1 in 5 adults in the United States experience mental illness in a given year? Approximately 1 in 5 of those in custody in our jails or prisons have a recent history of mental health condition. These statistics exemplify the need for drastic reform in the criminal justice system and community-wide education and outreach. The Justice League Criminal Defense will provide legal representation to those with ASD and with a severe mental illness, as well as community outreach to the legal population, first responders, and other community resources that deal firsthand with this growing population. Our organization will create a bridge to rehabilitation and resources to help this vulnerable group not have negative contact with the criminal justice system. Right now, we need $450 to file for 501c3 status with the IRS in the state of California. Please donate and/or share this campaign via social media. Thank you for supporting the Justice League Criminal Defense.